What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Danny Sabatello and Taylor Moore, bantamweight matchup on the Contender Series card this week. It is very fun and exciting. Both guys are solid. I want to give you a little bit of a preview of both these fighters before we get into the stylistic matchup. So Sabatello is 8-1 as a pro. He is on a 2-fight win streak. That last loss was against Irwin Rivera, who's actually in the UFC, that in 2019. But since then, win over Chris Johnson, who was 8-12, not super impressive, but he did get a finish there by arm triangle in round 3. And then in his last fight, first round submission rear naked choke of Raymond Ramos, who was 5-3 as a pro. And then to his record himself, Danny Sabatello is a good one. It's 8-1. I mean, the guy has some solid skills. His opponent, Taylor Moore, 10-4, not as good of a record, but has a fair amount of experience fighting some solid guys. Himself, he's on a 3-fight winning streak, and those 3 wins come against Eric Ramirez, who was 3-1, Andrew Ventimiglia, who was 4-3, and then Josh Robinson, who was 12-12. And the loss that he had most recently was against Derek Mandel, who's 7-4. That was in Clip Motor City Cage Fights. I actually haven't heard of that league before. The guys are both solid, both have a fair amount of experience. For Sabatello, I've seen some really decent striking skills. He definitely specializes in the grappling department and has some really good takedowns. Very fast with his level changes, and when he is on the ground, he will attack for submissions. He's a very solid fighter, and his opponent, though, Taylor Moore, is no slouch. A southpaw with really good kickboxing skills, excellent leg kicks, and honestly, his movement is high level, and he has that bouncy striking style. As far as grappling goes, he's also decent on the ground. I would say this is a very competitive matchup between two guys that have a lot of potential, especially in this bantamweight division. Both tall bantamweights at 5'10". They're probably not super used to seeing a fighter that's eye level with them. Usually bantamweights are not 5 feet 10 inches tall. I really feel like it's going to be competitive. I feel like the striking edge goes to Taylor Moore, the grappling edge to Danny Sabatello, but can Taylor Moore deal with the grappling of Danny Sabatello? I feel he'll be able to fend off some takedowns, but there's definitely going to be a risk of Danny Sabatello getting him to the ground and getting a submission. I'm definitely leaning Taylor Moore, though. I do believe the striking is a little bit more versatile, and he has a lot more of a dynamic attack, but Danny Sabatello has been in there with Irwin Rivera, went 4 rounds with him. As far as Taylor Moore's best opponent that he's ever fought, he fought Johnny Bedford early on. That was a long time ago. That was in 2016. At this point now, he hasn't really been fighting super high-level names. Granted, Danny Sabatello hasn't either. Both of their last few opponents haven't been super high-level. I think that we have a competitive fight. I'm definitely in a toss-up. I lean Taylor Moore because of the striking, but Danny Sabatello's grappling is definitely something to take note of. I'm going to pick Taylor Moore by a decision, but I honestly am not going to tell you to go throw money on this fight. I think it's a true pick'ems. I think Danny Sabatello could potentially get him on the ground, but I am very impressed by Taylor Moore's striking. We will see when they get in there. My prediction, Taylor Moore, decision victory. Should be a fun fight. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.